welcome to another episode of Super Wives and She Rose TV. We're here with the fabulous, lovely Jasmine, and she has been amazing throughout the whole 28-day experience. She has actually become a transformation leader as well as leading herself, and it's just been phenomenally wonderful being on this journey with her. How you doing today, Jasmine?
I'm good, Joe. How are you?
I'm always feeling great, always feeling wonderful, excited to be here with you and all of the amazing things, right? So, Jasmine, tell me, what has been your experience with the 28-day transformation challenge? Tell us about that.
So my experience has been that it was definitely something that I needed. It has definitely been an asset to my life. And the reason I say that is because, trying to change your body is always really hard for people to do, especially when you've already settled into the challenge. Gave me the support system that I needed to just get up off the couch and do something.
Uh-oh, Jasmine, can you hear me?
What happened?
You got this
I can hear you.
You got this horrible internet connection.
That's because it's the base.
Yep. And pretty much everything that you just said, it did not come through. It came through like this, like. But
then let me say it again. The 28-day transformation has definitely been an asset to my life. It helped me with something as small as having a support system, which I needed, because when you're surrounded by people that are living unhealthy, it's very hard for you to change.
Awesome. Awesome. So tell us, where were you before you joined the 28-day transformation challenge? Where are you with your lifestyle? Where were you with your environment? Where were you as far as your fitness goes?
So before I joined, I had just failed my fitness test for the military, which is a big deal. Really uncomfortable in my body because over a course of time, I had gained about 60 pounds, which put me at 234 pounds and 5'4". I was stress eating. Don't even ask me how many calories I was intaking because I couldn't even imagine. So yeah, I just wasn't living a healthy lifestyle at all.
Awesome. So what other things have you tried other than, this right here? What else have you tried, Jasmine?
So usually I'm an in-person type of person. So I've tried trainers, and it's all good. I get the workout in, okay. But what happens when I go home and you're not there with me? It is the issue. I wasn't empowered, so I had to do exactly what they told me to do when they told me to do it. I have to eat exactly what they're telling me to eat, and I started to feel like food was the enemy, and that I couldn't even step in my own kitchen.
Awesome. So what made this different than the other things that you tried? How is this different?
It's freeing. You're educating us, so it makes us have to make these smart decisions. You're not going to make the decision for us. You're not going to tell us you need to eat this and this, and you're going to be skinny in no time. You're teaching us how to sustain this in the long term by saying, okay, listen, we're going to put you in this category, meaning you need to eat this amount of this amount of that, this amount of carbs. Now you go choose which ones you're going to eat.
Awesome. So pretty much it's allowing you to be empowered. It's allowing you to, start making decisions for yourself, become a leader for yourself, to lead yourself, right? Educate you, guide you, give you the tools, give
exactly.
you the resources, hold you accountable, put you in the environment, all of these things, and just say, listen, we're going to teach you everything. I'm going to teach you everything that I know so that you can do everything that I do. That way you can have some balance to it. It's not strict. You're not depriving yourself. You're not starving yourself. It's not so strict because you're in control of it. I put you in control of you.
Exactly.
You did an amazing job at it, right? So, Jasmine, how does this 28-day transformation challenge make you feel? Like, how does it make you feel on the inside?
So in the beginning, it's challenging because you have to think about the fact that you probably haven't been doing something this intense the whole time. So like the first week or two, the first 2 weeks, you're kind of just like, your body's kind of in shock. After the workout is over, you feel accomplished. You feel really accomplished, like I made it. You may have struggled through it, but you made it. You start to notice that you have more energy as the weeks go on. And you start to feel more confident in your ability to get through this journey. It's not so much feeling sorry for yourself anymore. It's like, look at this, I'm killing it. I can do this.
Awesome. And we, as far as like energy, we had those times where we was actually able to, figure out why you were missing, energies at a certain point in time. You was like, Joe, yeah, I don't have any energy, right? And we just had to figure out that it was sugars. You were missing sugars. Some people think that they cut all of the sugars out and they're going to lose the weight. And when they do that, they're wondering why they don't have any energy, right?
Yes, definitely. I do appreciate the fact that we were able to take a look at it, figure out what was going on, and adjust.
Yep. Awesome. It was like this. Snap of a finger. Awesome.
It really was really quick.
Yep. So pretty much, right? How did you feel about the coaching? And you can tell the truth. How did you feel about the coaching that you received, Jasmine?
So in the beginning, I could say I felt overwhelmed. I felt overwhelmed because I'm like, okay, I gotta add this group, I gotta add that group, I gotta go to this website, I gotta do this. Okay, what are these people talking about in here? And I definitely felt overwhelmed, just trying to figure out how all the different information was flowing. It was confusing. But the more I got into the workouts, the more I started socializing with the different women in the group. I can ask them questions. I can ask you questions. It was just a matter of asking the questions so that I can get clarification. And once I got that, I felt like I was a pro. I could tell somebody else, oh, all you got to do is click XYZ, and then there you go.
Yeah.
So it has definitely gotten a lot better. I know where I can go to post videos. I know where I can go to talk to my sheroes. So now it's a lot more organized. And to be honest,
we got a bad connection.
I try to figure out when you're not on tap. Like, I can message you when you're not working, because no matter when I message you, you reply.
Hold on, everything's freezing.
So I'm never really. You're always available. So there's never a reason why somebody should go big.
Hold on, start all over, Jasmine. We lost you for a while.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back now.
So sometimes it's like you get a trainer.
We're losing you again.
My trainer's so busy they don't have time for me.
We lost you again.
Oh no. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yep. We got you again for a second.
So a lot of times when people have trainers, it's really hard for them to like send a quick message to their trainer and get a quick response. So now they're going days doing something incorrectly because nobody responded to them. But with you made it where we have so many different avenues to contact you that we're never lost.
And the key to everything is like, It's to overwhelm you with so many great things that are positive for you that you need in your life. And what's going to happen is people are either going to sink or swim, right? Because we're overwhelmed in our lives with a bunch of bad things. So now when it comes to all of the positive things, the things that you need to learn about your nutrition, your fitness, your exercises, where to post, how to be a part of a community, how to actually, communicate with other people and interact. All of those things is like things that we need, as well as the organization to kind of separate things a little bit at the same time too. So like you said, I tell everybody, like, jump in there, figure it out, take your time. You're not gonna get everything in the first day. You're not gonna get everything in the first week. The whole point of the 28 days is for you to, by the end of the 28 days, you mastered something. You mastered something. If all you did is master your nutrition, but the main thing we really want you to master is yourself. We want you to become a master of yourself and how you react to things when they are not super perfect for you, when it's not clear and you have to make decisions. You have to be the leader. You can't look for someone else to save you. You actually have to be capable of saving yourselves. And that's what you did. You saved yourself. And every woman that comes to our program and actually does the work, they save themselves. You don't have to look for anybody to save you anymore. You're going to continue to grow and be amazing. So, yeah. So tell me, what have you learned? How have you been educated?
Joe, the education is just, it's endless. Mm-hmm. You're constantly learning. You learn how things operate in your body, because we're constantly talking about, the things that we're going to put in our bodies and how it's going to affect our bodies. And it's one thing to say it, but actually once you follow through and you start doing it and you start seeing the results, when you start seeing that you have more energy, it could be something as simple as you telling me like, hey, yeah, there's so many different types of rice you can try. You don't have to, you want to stay away from the white rice, but you got all these other options. And just going out and exploring it, being willing to try it. Mentally, you don't just work on our bodies. You don't just work on the physical. You work on the mental. And that is one of the hardest things for us to change. That's one of the hardest things for us to alter in order to meet our goals, is our mental. Because we'll constantly keep telling ourselves, well, I mean, I lost 3 pounds, that should be good enough. Or, I mean, it's taking too long for me to reach this goal. Maybe I should just be happy where I am. So you help change that mindset of stop settling. You want it, what you gonna do to go get it?
Awesome. At a standard of excellence, your mindset is everything. If you don't have the mindset, it doesn't matter what you know about fitness. It doesn't matter what you know about nutrition. Your mindset has to say, listen, I'm this person. I'm whatever weight I want to get to. I'm however I want my body to look. I'm this person that has a standard of excellence for myself. I put myself as a priority. I'm focusing on this in my career. I'm focusing on this in my relationship. I'm focusing on this and for my children. I'm like, but this is who I am. Like, identifying as someone that gets things done, as opposed to someone that procrastinates, that puts it off, that, is publicly comfortable with themselves, but internally you're not happy with yourself on the inside. So it's like we're gonna build you from the inside to the out. Once we connect with your inside, your internals is on point. You're amazing on the inside. Everything else comes together. It's easy work after that. It's easy after that. So, what kind of results did you get in the 28 days? Tell us about your results, Jasmine.
So, I was so excited. It was definitely up and down for me, because like the first week, don't because it's a mental thing. We do this. I'm like,
hold on.
Yeah, this first week.
We're losing
about
you.
to see crazy results. How about
you
got me?
We're losing you.
You got me?
It's saying your internet connection is unstable. Alright, we got you for a second.
Okay. So in the beginning, I had the mindset that I was like, oh yeah, after week 1, I'm about to be tight. Like, I'm about to be falling off left and right. But when I did my first progress shot, I was like, oh my goodness, it ain't happening like that. Like, what's wrong? What am I doing wrong? So I was definitely a little discouraged. And you were like, no, trust the process. Trust the process. So I'm like, okay, all right. So as week 2 and week 3 started to progress, I started seeing changes in my body. I'm looking at this back fat disappear. I'm sitting here and I'm like, people are telling me like, oh, your face is slimming out, and look at you. I mean, I'm wearing my civilian clothes, and people are like, oh my goodness, you're actually like, you're losing weight. And I'm like, that's the best thing, is when you put on your clothes and they just too big. It feels good. So I started this program at 223, and in 28 days I am down to 214.
Awesome.
I've lost inches everywhere.
Mhm.
And the main thing that you said that really stuck with me was, don't always look at the scale. Look at how your clothes are fitting. Look at the numbers and the measurements that we're taking. Everything doesn't have to be about the scale, because muscle does weigh more than fat. So you got to look at the other things around you. Don't be obsessed with the scale. So yeah, I
Yep.
got a lot of results, and not even just with the weight. It was a mental transformation for me. So all around, I just feel like I won. I'm winning.
Awesome. Awesome, Jasmine. Jasmine, would you recommend this to any other women, any other wives, anybody?
So I'm gonna give you an answer that you might not expect. I would not recommend this program for anybody that's not dedicated. If you are not willing to put in the work and really stick with it, I wouldn't, because it's a great program. So when I recommend this to somebody, I'm going to recommend it to somebody that I know wants it bad enough to fight for it. Because it's some days where you got to fight for it, when you just like, I don't want to get up and work out. And you're like, no, I'm going to do it. So I would only recommend it to people that are serious about transforming their bodies and their mind.
Yes. People all the time, they be like, hey, I got this friend that wants to join. I'll be like, well, let me talk to her first, because she may not be a good fit. Like, everybody's not going to be a good fit for this. This isn't a program where you're like, oh, yeah, I'm going to get me a trainer. He's just going to do everything for me. No,
No.
I'm going to teach you how to do it. I'm going to educate you, and you got to be willing to put in the work. Like, before you even join us, you got to be willing in your mind, like, okay, whatever he says, I'm gonna follow it. I'm right now, I'm transforming my mindset to anything that was holding me back in the past isn't gonna hold me back anymore. I'm gonna use those same stories to actually be stories that I use for my success. You know, I was here, and I went to here. That's the story that you're super excited about. So definitely loved your answer. So thank you so much, Jasmine. You have been amazing. So Jasmine, before we go, what is something that you want to say to the women that are going to be listening to your story for motivation and inspiration? What do you want to say that's going to kickstart their journey, that's going to get them started and staying consistent? What do you want to say to motivate and inspire them?
I think that as women, as mothers, as wives, we have to be selfish. Just a little bit. Start choosing you. And if you don't feel comfortable in your own skin, that should be enough to make you want to change it. And it doesn't have to be, you change it for somebody else. Change for you. Make yourself a priority. So stop making excuses. Let's get it. This is something that makes you feel amazing. Why wouldn't you want this for yourself?